Hello everybody and welcome to the Spinning Barn and to our online community spinning group. If this is your first visit, particularly as we've now just changed over to our private Facebook group rather than my website hosting, you are very, very welcome. And if you had been with us previously, thank you for coming back and welcome back. It's really good to see and to know that you're all here. So I'm recording this today here on the 1st of March 2022, and it's a funny old day really. The sun was shining beautifully this morning, the daffodils are all in bloom, it's looking wonderful, but it's just come over looking a little bit overcast and the colour has completely changed. It's all a little bit grey out there at the moment, so fingers crossed it's going to pick up quite soon because we're ready for some springtime. Birds are singing and I'm sure it's on its way, isn't it? Now then, what have I got planned for you this month? Well, the reason I was just talking to you about the colours of the day is because it's all about the colour of the day for every day in March. So let me explain. I'm sure most of you, particularly the knitters amongst you, will have heard of a project called the Temperature Shawl, whereby you record every day the temperature of the day at a certain time of the day and you knit colours accordingly in a shawl or a scarf or whatever you choose. So I've devised a little chart where we can do the same thing ourselves. Obviously I'll put a link to this so you can print your own or just copy it. And I've called it my daily sunset record because as I was planning this during February, we were having the most incredible sunsets here in Norfolk. As you know, Norfolk is renowned for its big skies and boy, did we have some amazing sunsets. And I thought it would be really, really nice to actually record that. However, I have to say that since probably a couple of weeks ago, those sunsets have diminished somewhat. But I still think this can be done by whatever time of day is your favourite time of day. Now, for me, I love the early morning when we get up and do the animals, we feed the horses, we feed the sheep, and the sun is usually just coming up and we do get some incredible colours. For you, that might be the middle of the day, it could be lunchtime. What's lunchtime like for you? What's the weather like? What's the day like where you are at your lunchtime? What's it like in the early evening? What's your favourite time of day? What's significant to you? Okay, and that's going to be different wherever we are in the country and wherever we are in the world, because obviously this is worldwide, isn't it? That's the whole pleasure and the joy of using Facebook, isn't it? So what our little chart has here is, I've got several here, so depending on how many months you actually want to do this for, but just per month, we have the days 1 to 31 along the top. And then we have what the colour represents that you want to think about, or what temperature you want to record for that day. And then that number will correspond with the swatch number of your yarns. Now you can see here I've got 11 yarns here in front of me, and as I was thinking when I first started doing this, I started knitting in the colours were incredible. It was the reds and the purples and the blues and some orange, and it was starting to look really quite wonderful, but then I thought actually the colours aren't really what I like, I have to say, and I'm going to start it again and I'm going to do this along with you. But you can see how we had those amazing sunset colours here. The reds and the oranges were really, really vibrant. But again, if you were recording temperatures, I mean, today is a bit chilly out there, it's about 9 degrees. So you could decide on which colours you wanted if you were doing temperatures for example, this lovely pale blue here. That would obviously be quite cold, wouldn't it? That would be like a 2 degrees, moving up to 4 or 5, 6 or 7, etc. But the joy of this is that you can plan the colour schemes that you like that are going to represent that for you. As an example, what I've got here, if you can see my lovely shawl here, this is actually a gradient yarn, so it's a bit, you know, it's a sort of bit of a cheat really. I don't know if you can see the full colours, but it gives you an idea of how those colours will change within one particular project, and I really like that. It's great because you can actually team it with lots of different outfits. So choose the colour you want to represent the most. So it's lovely. So as I say, just think about that. Think about the ways that you can interpret this. You might decide that you don't want to do a knitted project. You might want to do a woven project, or even some crochet, or some felting, just anything. And anything that represents what that day, so therefore that whole month, has meant to you. And I think it's going to be quite amazing to see how everybody interprets this, what ideas you come up with, and just give us all an overall picture of what the weather's been like in the world during the month of March for 2022. Okay, so don't forget, there's a sheet here, and there's also a little example of a colour chart that you can use as well, which you can download and you can use that. So please make use of that as well. But of course, if you've got any questions, post your questions here in our group, or get in touch with me directly. You know, I'm always here to help you. And also, don't forget that this is your group. And if you listened to my introduction from yesterday, you'll know that what I'm planning is for you to give your examples of things that you would like to do as well. So if you've got a great idea that you think everybody else in the group might like to participate in, then, as I said, feel free to video that and send the video to me first so that I can post it for you. Or if you don't want to video it, just tell me what your thoughts are, what ideas you've got, and I'll make a video of that just for you, okay, and post your ideas, because I'd like everybody to be as interactive as possible. This is your group, so let's use it and let's make it really vibrant, really exciting, and really supportive of each other as usual. Okay, so any questions, you know where I am. But other than that, have a fantastic month. Enjoy whatever way you are going to interpret this craft, and I can't wait to see what you come up with. Okay, so have fun, enjoy, stay well, stay safe, stay happy. See you soon. Bye for now.